Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
You are now watching Create a Steady Hustle with Likquidcash.
Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. It's yours truly, Likquidcash. I need it all out the stash, aka money making Mitch. Hide ya, bitch. Y'all already know what it is, man. You are watching the Create a Steady Hustle show. You know what I mean? Y'all know the vibes. Y'all know I'm coming. It's gonna be a classic. I'm gonna give you some news you can use. I'm gonna be truthful. I'm gonna tell you my opinion on some topics, and we're gonna have a wonderful time, man. If you haven't subscribed, I need you to press pause and subscribe right now. You know what I mean? That's the first thing I need you to do. Press the like button as well so the algorithm can know this video is being watched and liked so we can get more views and more eyes on the content, all right? It's underrated but not overrated. So make sure y'all participate in getting the content out there. I'm gonna need y'all help and support all the way through. Don't just take the information, also support the platform. Go to my Patreon as well and subscribe to the Patreon for some exclusive content that I haven't released on YouTube, like the C.A.S.H Academy, a lot of information. You know what I mean? You should definitely join the C.A.S.H Academy and get that news you can use so you can evolve and know how to be, do, and have anything and everything you want in your life and make your dreams come true and raise your DNA vibration. I'm going to give you some information that most people ain't trying to give you, man. You know what I mean? Not because they don't want to. A lot of times they don't know. You feel me? So anyway, you can't lead where you never went, and you can't teach what you don't know. I'm going to repeat that again because some of y'all be listening too slow. You can't lead where you don't go, and you can't teach what you don't know. All right? Y'all see how I twisted up real quick? I freaked it. But anyway, we're going to bring it back. Listen, man, like I said again, it's going to be a wonderful episode. This episode is about who's the prize in the relationship. I'm going to discuss my opinion on who I think is the prize in the relationship. Then I'm going to move on and talk about how to not get too comfortable in your relationship and how not to get too comfortable in life. So we're going to talk about a vast majority of things. I want y'all to really pay attention. Stop whatever you're doing. Get your snacks, get your popcorn, get whatever you need and lock in and pay attention to this particular episode, all right? But first, we got to let y'all know I got my host right here, Prince. What's up, baby? You good? Prince looked like he was standing up, falling asleep. That's what he was basically doing right now. You falling asleep right now, man? I need you to be locked in. I need you to be really tuned in. They looking forward to hearing from you, man. They really looking forward. So we need you focused, okay? I gave Prince a few snacks, so he might have the itis right now, you know what I mean? So pardon him. He might have the itis, you dig? So anyway, like I said again, man, it's gonna be a dope episode. I gotta let y'all know the swag report real quick, you know what I mean? The swag report, I gotta tell y'all what I got on. The top is express, the bottom is express. The bottom is the feet is red bottoms, of course, blood on my feet, you know what I mean? Like I said, you don't gotta break the bank, spend all kind of money to get fly. I don't really shop at Express. That's not my place to shop at. I usually go, when I want something like this, I go to Zara. Express is not my first choice. I was just roaming through the mall, stumble in Express. They had a sale. I went crazy. You know what I mean? I just bought up all kind of stuff, all right? So you'll be seeing me wearing Express a little bit more throughout a few of my episodes. Now, this shirt right here, I love the way it fit. It's a golf shirt. I love the collar, love the detail. I just love the way it fit. You know what I mean? Makes everything look right. Brings out my skin tone. You gotta wear things that brings out your skin tone, you know what I mean? Gotta be really calculated and well coordinated when you're putting it together. Of course, the top matches the bottom matches the top. Blood on the feet. Y'all already know how I'm coming. Blood on the feet, ice on the wrist. Y'all know how I do it. Y'all know how I'm coming. I ain't gotta tell y'all twice. You know what I mean? I make it rain for 40 days and what? Y'all already know, 40 nights. Listen, man, it's gonna be a classic episode. Like I said, that's the drip report. I just want the fellas to know they don't have to break the bank to stay fly, man. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta break the bank, man. You dig? I just want y'all to know that, man. And of course, this type of shirt, you know what I mean? Bring the guns out. And y'all know what it is, man. When the sun's out, the gun's out. You feel me? Women love holding on a man's arm, and she could feel like he been working out. She could feel like he been doing his biceps. He's been really putting that work. Yeah, they like holding on to your arms. So you skinny arm niggas, take your ass to the gym, drink your protein shake, and get your ass in shape, all right? Don't play with it. Y'all know the vibes. Like I said again, when it comes to the drip report, you don't got to break the bank. Do your thing. Buy what you can buy, but coordinate. You know what I mean? Put it all together right. Stop recycling the same jeans. Stop recycling the same shirt. Switch it up. Wear new shit. Every time I shoot an episode, it's always new shit. Always. Anytime I shoot an episode, I'm never wearing the same thing twice. Always new shit. Listen, y'all know the vibes. Y'all know I'm coming. You know what I mean? Anyway, cheers to y'all, man. Now, check this out. This episode is all about who is the prize in a relationship. We're going to discuss that, but also we're going to break it down and we're going to talk about how to not get too comfortable in your relationship and how to not get too comfortable in life. But first, we're going to get to who's the prize in a relationship. I'm going to attack this particular topic from different dimensions and different people perspective. All right? From a biblical perspective, you know what I mean? They would say God made Adam, then he made Eve. Of course, we all know Adam was the first man, and Adam said he was lonely. Then God said, well, I'm going to create a companion. Then he made Eve. So some people will say, well, Eve was the second person that he created. So that means Eve was a gift to Adam. You know what I mean? So Eve cannot be the prize. She cannot be more valuable than Adam because Adam was the first man. He was the first human being on earth. So some people may argue that Adam is the prize, Eve was just a gift. And the gift can never be more important than the person receiving the gift. You feel me? I'm gonna break that down again because some of y'all be listening too slow. If I give you a gift, right? And I don't care what it is. It could be $1 billion, it could be $1 million, it could be $1 trillion. And you are the receiver of that gift. That gift cannot be more valuable than you because I'm giving you the gift. You're the one receiving the gift, right? So the gift is can't not be more valuable than the person that is receiving the gift. You dig? So I want y'all to understand that from a biblical perspective, somebody might argue that Adam is the prize and Eve is the gift. And we can go back and forth about that all day and all night. And then a woman can say, well, check this out. God made Adam, right? Then he figured he could do one better. Then he made Eve. Basically saying God made a better version of a human being. Now she can argue that all day and say she's the prize. Feel me? Women can come with that argument all day and night. They the prize because God made Adam and then he said he could do one better and then make Eve. You feel me? Now, I'm not here to debate that because that's your perspective. That's whoever perspective that is through that person's lens and how they view it. You dig? And then if you want to move along and you say, well, from a woman's perspective, the pussy's the prize. You know what I mean? From a woman perspective, she can argue that shit, well, I'm giving you pussy. So, I got something that you don't have and I bring life into the world. So of course I'm the prize. I give life. I create you. You don't create one of me. But that could be semi-right and that could be semi-wrong. Two people can be right and two people can be wrong. So I'll say, well, she brings life into the world, but she can't bring life without the man. So in my opinion, when it comes to that, fair exchange, no robbery, because you can't do nothing without the dick and the dick can't do nothing without the pussy. Excuse my language. Y'all know I keep it raw and uncut. Y'all know how I bring it. Like I said again, fair exchange, no robbery. Women might say the pussy's the prize, but come on, man. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. You can't do nothing with that without the man. So we need each other when it comes to that. So from a woman perspective, that argument might not stand the test of time. You might not win in that particular debate. Now, a wealthy man may say, well, his trophy wife is the prize. And I might argue that, well, if your trophy wife was the prize, then why you spend most of your life chasing money? I'm going to say that again because y'all might not caught that. If your trophy wife is the prize, if a wealthy man says his trophy wife is the prize, he does everything for his wife, he loves his wife, he cares about his wife is his prized possession. If a wealthy man says that, then I'll argue the fact that if that's the case, and if that's the truth in your eyes, why did you spend most of your life chasing money instead of chasing that trophy wife? Why did you wait until you got your wealth before you find that trophy wife if she was the prize? Because if she was the prize, you would have been spending more time chasing her instead of chasing the bag. You feel me? And 9 out of 10 times, she's only with you because you got the bag. So that trophy wife stereotype, or that trophy wife ideology, or that trophy wife mind frame that may come from a person with wealth, it's bullshit. He just running game. Let's keep it all the way 1,000. His prized possession is his bank account. Let's keep it all the way 1,000, all right? Now, from my perspective, my personal perspective, I believe the person that brings the most value into the relationship is the prize. I'm gonna say that again. The person that brings the most value into the relationship is the prize. You feel me? Because if you dating somebody and they don't got a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and you're the person that has all the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding, the wealth, and you help that person reach up to your status, to your caliber in life, then it's safe to say the person who did that for you is the prize, because they had the information. They was in a different position than you. They was in a better place in life than you. So it's safe to say that that person is the prize. They raised your elevation. You know what I mean? They elevated you to the next place in life. They elevated your status. So it's only right to say that person is the prize because they brought the most value in the relationship. So you can't come into a situation or in a house that's already built and say you run the house, or you are the commander in chief of that house, and that house was already built before you came in. So how can you be the commander and the chief of that house, or you the prized possession in that house, when that house was already built before you came in? Now, the person who built the house and the person who furnished the house and added all the walls and all the paintings and all the plaster and did all the masonry work, that person is the prize in the house, because that person created that before you came into their existence. You feel me? And if you was the prize and you was so high and mighty, you would have been able to have all those things before that man came into your life, or before that woman came into your life. So in my perspective, I believe that the person that brings the most value is the prize. And I've been in situations, right? Check this out. I've been in situations where a woman had more than me. You know what I mean? I've dated a female before. She had more than me. She had a car. She had a place to live. You know what I mean? She had everything she needed. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a place to live. I was, room hopping and couch hopping and, you know what they call it, couch surfing. You dig? And I met a woman that was doing a little bit better than me. And she elevated me to the next level. She put a car in her name for me. Yeah, she financed a car for me. She put a little money in my pocket anytime I needed it, and I didn't even have to ask. You feel me? She just did that off of GP. Now check this out. In my egotistic mind, regardless of her being in a better position than me, I still felt like I was the prize. Just me being a man. I felt like I was the prize regardless of what she had and what she did for me, because I had the wisdom and the knowledge to get her to do those things for me. You dig? She wasn't doing those things for a dummy or a person that she didn't see potential in. Like I said again, I had the wisdom, the knowledge, and the game to get her to finance me a car, to get her to put her name on a dotted line so I can get an apartment. You feel me? I had the wisdom and the knowledge and the game to get her to take care of certain things I needed to take care of. So at the end of the day, in my egotistic mind, like I said again, I'm the prize regardless. From an egotistical standpoint, that's how I looked at everything. It doesn't matter that she's doing better than me. I'm the prize because I have the knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding, and I got this game. I got this game. Because if I didn't have the game, I wouldn't be able to have her in my possession. Feel me? I'm going to say that again. If I didn't have this game, I wouldn't be able to have her in my possession. The reason she's with me because of my charismatic ways. The reason why she's interested in what I got to say, because I have something to say. You feel me? I had that game. So I was able to finesse my way into any situation with any woman that I was involved with, regardless of my financial status. It didn't matter how much money I had in a bank account. It didn't matter how much money she had in a bank account. She don't got this game. She don't have this knowledge. She don't have this wisdom. She don't have my way of thinking. And that's the prize in my mind. My way of thinking, that knowledge that's going to take me from point A to point B. You dig? Now, ego set aside. We put the ego all the way aside. And we talk on a real level, on a mature level. At the end of the day, man and women are the prize for each other. No one is better than each other. She's not better than me. I'm not better than her. We are both the prize for each other. All the ego set aside. We cannot coexist without each other. It's the yin to the yang. We need each other. So at the end of the day, you can talk that shit like you are the prize, and I can talk that shit like I am the prize. But at the end of the day, God made both of us, and both of us are the prize in each other's lives. And that's how it should be. Once you take the ego out of the room and you really think and you really understand, life cannot be created without her, and life cannot be created without me. We are the prize for each other. And the moment we stop trying to divide each other with who's the prize in the relationship, who should run the relationship, I mean, let's keep it all the way 1,000. A man should run the relationship in my eyes at the end of the motherfucking day, regardless if we are equally the prize. The man should always be the leader, but that's not here nor there. That's another conversation for another time. We talking about the prize. When it comes to the prize, possession in the relationship, who's the prize, me or you? We both are the prize. Take the ego out of the room. Let's really talk man to woman, woman to man. You bring 100% of what you got to the table, and I bring 100% of what I got to the table. Now, if what you got ain't too much and what I got is a lot, with the right woman, she can multiply what I got. So we not gonna discredit anybody here. We just gotta choose wisely, pick wisely on the person that we decide to be with. If you got somebody in your life and you don't feel like they the prize, that's because you haven't chose wisely. It's all about making a wise choice, making a wise decision. When you picking your partner, it's almost like, you know what I mean, picking a person that you want to be with for the rest of your life, like in hand in marriage, or a person that you want to have a baby with. You're going to pick those people wisely. I know. A lot of y'all ain't picked the person that y'all had kids with and have a baby with and all that. I know. Y'all just knock it down and you have a quick, situation, and you made her your baby mama, and now you the baby daddy and you got a whole type of shit going on. I understand that. We don't really think twice when we going to pick our, baby mother or baby father. We don't really, in the black community, we don't really sit down and really think about that. That's just one of our faults. We don't really sit down and plan out, how we going to create this life. But we'll take all the time in the world to pick out that car that we want to drive. You know what I mean? What I mean by that is this. If you had a dream car, you've been thinking about it, you've been dreaming about it, you know the mileage, you know the year, you know the make, you know the everything about it. You feel me? You know the make, the model, the mileage, the year, everything about this car. You did all your research. You've been on Carfax.com. You've been on all the car sites. You've been looking at cars for weeks. You've been going to the dealership. You went to CarMax. You went to the Benz dealership. You didn't test drive cars. You didn't did everything under the sun to find the car that you wanted. But you don't take the time out to really plan and map out the birth of your first child. Who you gonna have a kid with? What is it gonna be like? Where they gonna live? What school are they gonna go to? What name you gonna give them? We don't take the time out to plan and map these things out, but we take the time out to buy cars and clothes and jewelry and all these other things that we want. We'll have dreams and spend all day and night thinking about that one thing that we want, that material thing. But when it comes to having a child, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, the baby's born. Here we are. 9 months later, life is full of turmoil. Trials and tribulations, y'all can't get along for the sake of yourself and for the sake of the kids. Let's keep it all the way real, man. You know what I mean? We ain't come here to sugarcoat. I ain't come here to play no games. We interrupt this program for a quick, short commercial break. I know you're enjoying the content, but listen, I gotta plug the book, the power of thought. This is something that you need in your life. You can think your way to a rich and prosperous life. It's your thoughts and your feelings that create abundance for you. Change your mind and you can change your life. I ain't trying to tell you what to think. I'm trying to teach you how to think. So get a copy of the book, The Power of Thought. If you don't got all day and you ain't trying to read a 300-page book, this is short and sweet. It's going to take you where you need to be. Also, for the people that don't read, I got the audio book as well. Everything is going to be in the description below. Support the book, support the platform. Y'all know what it is, The Power of Thought. Yours truly, Likquid Cash. Now back to the episode. Cheers. I hope y'all really absorbing this information. As you can see, Prince is in the back of me. He's doing all kind of shit. He's moonwalking. He's smelling things. He's searching for things. He's doing what he do best, man. But that's the co-host, so he could do whatever he want. He runs this motherfucker, you heard? I'm just the person with the lips that can talk that shit that makes everybody pay attention. We really need to think about the things that we really put a lot of attention to. You know what I mean? Really think about the things we put attention to and really focus on what's really important. It's not about who's the prize in a relationship. It's all about, are you playing your role in that relationship? Are you adding value to that relationship? Dig? Because if you're not adding value to that relationship, at the end of the day, all you're doing is killing time. All you're doing is wasting time. So it's all about adding value. Take the ego out of the room and really look at the situation for what it is. It's not about who's the prize. It's about, are you adding value to that person that you're involved with? And if you're not playing your position, and if you're not adding value, and if you're not stepping up to the plate, and all you're doing is complaining, then you got to realize that you and that person ain't in sync. Y'all not on the same page. All right? So we got to get on the same page. It's very important. Now we're going to move along in this particular episode. We're going to talk about how to not get too comfortable in your relationship. You dig? Because comfortability is the enemy of progress. I want y'all to really understand that. Write that one down in case you forgot. It's an oldie, but it's a goodie. Comfortability is the enemy of progress. And a lot of y'all are not making progress in your relationship. Y'all are stagnant. You dig? Y'all at a standstill. You're not moving up. Y'all not pushing forward. Y'all not progressing. Y'all are just at a standstill in your relationship. And that's a problem. Because you got comfortable. And that's the worst thing that could ever happen in a relationship, is for two people to get so comfortable with each other that they're no longer growing. And when you're not growing, you already know, you guessed it, you're dying. So we always got to be growing in our relationship, always got to be evolving. Can't just have a conversation without having a resolution after that conversation. No reason for us to conflict with each other or have a conflict with each other and have a conversation about that conflict and don't have a resolution after that conversation. We got to resolve things. We got to be more mature about how we go about things. So like I said again, I got a list of how to not get too comfortable in your relationship. And I want y'all to really take this list serious because it's very important. All right? I don't talk because I got lips. If I say something, it's some serious shit and it's some real shit. All right? Number one, you got to maintain your appearance. See, when I first met you, you looked like Queen Sheba. 6 months, 3 months into the relationship, now you walking around the house looking like Shaba. Now that don't add up. You know what I mean? It don't make no sense. You got to maintain. I need to see that sex appeal that you had when I first met you. I don't want you to get so comfortable to the point where now you walking around the house looking like a motherfucking washed up reggae artist. Pardon me, Shaba. No disrespect, but it is what it is. You dig? I want to make sure that you understand that I need to see the person that I first met. Not at all times, but just maintain your appearance. Don't let yourself go. Don't gain weight, get fat, and think I'm going to love you the same or appreciate you the same. Nah, this is not how it goes. Not in my book, not in my playbook. If I met you and you was a $140, 5'9", slim in the waist, pretty in the face, thick in the hips, I need you to be that way 5 years down the line. I don't need you to let yourself go and you start eating cheeseburgers and start eating out every night and gaining weight. And now you 5'9" with 230 pounds or 180 pounds or 100 or even 165 pounds. I need you to maintain that same physique you had when I first met you. It's very important. And that goes for the fellas and the ladies. Maintain your physique. Don't let yourself go. You always have to maintain your appearance because that person you involved with, you always want them to be attracted to you. You always want them to be stimulated by you just by walking in the room. You don't even have to touch them. Just looking at you, they stimulated. And the way that happens is by maintaining your appearance. I don't care if you're 40, you're 50, you're 30, you're 20, it don't matter. There's a lot of 20-year-olds right now walking around out of shape, not looking their best. You feel me? And they're young and they should be ambitious and very active. So they shouldn't be out of shape. But, you know, they got poor eating habits. They're eating everything they want to eat. They're doing whatever they want to do. And a lot of these niggas and a lot of these women got poor standards. You know, when you're young, your standards are really not that high. So you kind of accept any little bullshit the person is doing. So you'll deal with a person that's out of shape or whatever. Now, don't get me wrong. There's somebody for everybody. You know what I mean? That person that's 300 pounds, yeah, there's somebody for him too. Don't get it twisted. There's somebody for everybody. If you love the way you look and you comfortable with the way you look, there's somebody out there for you as well. So don't even trip about that. But for the people that want to stay attractive in the eyes of the person that they're with, maintain your appearance. Do not let yourself go. You feel me? Because if you do, then that person goes out and start looking at something else and start having a wandering eye. Now you know why. Because you've been slacking. So we got to maintain that appearance. Me, I like a woman to walk around the house, you know, with a little t-shirt on, with little panties on. Well, you know, that like, they call it what, a G-string? Yeah, I need something like that while you're walking around the house. I like that. I like to see sex appeal. I like to see a little bit, you know what I mean? I want to see some skin. That's just me. Now, I don't want to see nobody that's out of shape. I think nobody is better than a gym body. Now, if you got a BBL, that's all good. We ain't knocking that either. But if you work out with that BBL, or you going to be A1, you dig? That's what I like. I like a woman to walk around the house showing a little bit of skin, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, keep that all the way tight and right. You feel me? And that's going to motivate me to have more, you know what I mean, sexual, you know, interactions with you. The more you stimulate my mind. You dig? If you cooking food, I want you to cook it looking sexy as well. If you watching TV, I want you to be watching TV looking sexy as well. That's just me. I need that sexual stimulation all the time in my household when I'm with a woman and she's mingling around the crib, doing whatever she's doing. You feel me? Number 2, always maintain your hygiene. You got to maintain your hygiene. Listen, there should be no reason why your pussy smelling like fish and chips, man. You know what I mean? No reason. And fellas, she don't want to be sucking on those salty nuts, man. Pause. You dig? So you got to maintain your hygiene, man. Sometimes when I'm in the gym and I'm smelling a motherfucker that's working out next to me, I'm like, God damn, how this nigga stinking like that, man? Did this nigga put on deodorant? Did he bathe? Did he take a shower? I don't know how niggas go to the gym, they sweat and they start stinking up the whole gym. Very weird thing to me. I don't understand that because I'm a nigga that I love taking showers and I'm always going to put on deodorant. I'm always going to spray myself with cologne. I don't care where I'm at. I don't care where I'm going. If I'm going to the gym, I'm going to the grocery store. If I'm doing whatever I'm doing throughout my day, as long as I leave my house, I'm spraying myself with cologne. I'm making sure I put deodorant on. I don't understand how these niggas go to the gym and as soon as they start sweating, they stinking up the whole motherfucking gym, smelling musty, smelling like the back of a McDonald's garbage can, man. I don't understand that. So you got to maintain your hygiene. Always got to smell good. Take showers each and every day. For you niggas that believe taking showers every day is wrong, you tripping. All right? You got to take showers all day, every day. Ladies, like I said again, there should be no reason why you smelling like fish and chips, man. Maintain your hygiene. I got the smell of a greyhound, man. You know what I mean? I'm part human, part beast. My nostrils is very strong and very sensitive. If I smell a little bit of odor, automatically, I'm not sexually stimulated no more. You know what I mean? I'm just not. I'm not the person where I'm going to keep going if you're not smelling right down there. If you're not smelling right and your shit ain't tight and your shit ain't right, I don't give a damn. I'm not going to keep going. I'm stopping right away. Let me get this all the way right. That's just what it is. Yeah, man. I got a very sensitive nostril. You know what I mean? If I smell anything down there, I'm about to get softer than a gummy worm, you dig? That's just what it is. I don't need to smell nothing. I want it to smell like agua. If it don't smell like agua, something wrong. You know what I mean? It got to smell like agua down there. Like I said again, maintain your hygiene. My aunt told me a long time ago, I remember one time I had a girlfriend and I was telling my aunt about the situation. I said, man, you know, I've been noticing my shorty ain't smelling right down there no more. And she's like, what you mean? I was like, I don't know what it is, but it don't smell the same. You know what I mean? And I was just asking my aunt, because she a female. I was trying to figure out, I needed some woman perspective on the situation. And my aunt was like, if a woman that you're sleeping with scent all of a sudden changes, then that woman is no longer just sleeping with you. She's sleeping with someone else. I'm going to say that again. Now, this is game for my aunt. She was putting me on at a young age. You dig? She was letting me know that if you're dating a woman, or if she's your girlfriend or whatever, and y'all are having unprotected sex, and she has a certain smell, a certain scent, or certain body odor, that woman is potentially sleeping with someone else. Or that man is potentially sleeping with someone else too. Let's not put it all on the woman, but I'm just giving you my perspective when I asked my aunt about a situation that I was in. My girl, her body odor changed. And she told me, just to put me on game, she might be fucking someone else. And it's a strong possibility that she is. So, of course, I brought it to her attention because I'm bold. At this time, I didn't give a fuck. I brought it to her attention, and she kept it all the way real. She told me she was fucking someone else. You know what I mean? And, of course, at that time, you couldn't sleep with another nigga and think you was going to be with me, so she had to get canceled quick, fast, ASAP. We don't play no games around here. You dig? You violate the code, you gone. We didn't give second chances. I don't give second chances now. So I damn sure wasn't giving it back then. You feel me? So like I said again, the body odor can change based on if a person is sleeping with someone else, and that goes for men and women. If a man is sleeping with someone else unprotected and he goes sleep with his girl, of course it's going to change the pH balance, and her body odor is going to change automatically. And it goes for the women as well. If she's sleeping with someone else and then go sleep with a man, it's too much fluids mixing together. Of course, the pH balance is going to be off. Now, the odor's not right. Like I said again, your vagina should not be smelling like fish and chips. Make sure you maintain your hygiene. All right? Number 3, keep your relationship fun. You got to keep it fun. All that Netflix and chill and staying in the house all day. Listen, man, take that lady outside. Women like to be seen. Women love to be seen. They want to be outside. They want to put on that freakum dress. They want to put on those heels and that nice bag that you bought her, and she want to show off. See, women like to go outside to make it known that you're their man, that you are their man. You know what I mean? She wanted to make it known that this is my nigga, and I want all you other bitches to see that. So women like to go outside sometimes. This is show off their man, show off their self. You know what I mean? Put on that dress, get nice, put on some makeups, let their hair down. So yeah, you always got to keep your relationship fun. Don't be staying in the house just because you got the chick now, you locked her down, you feel like she love you, you don't got to take her out no more, you don't got to go nowhere no more, you already got her in pocket, she already locked down. That's how you lose your bitch, you dig? That's how you lose her. So you always got to keep it fun. And that brings me to the 4th one. Remember, how you got her is how you keep her. And how you got her is how you lose her, depending on how you got her. I'm going to say that one more time because like I said again, y'all be listening too slow. Remember, how you got her is how you keep her. And how you got her is how you lose her, depending on how you got her. Now, I'm going to break this down for y'all real quick. Check this out. You out having fun with your homeboys. You at a club. You chilling. You vibing. You saw a shorty that you like. You go holler at it. She ain't dating nobody at the time. You taking out on dates. You might be taking out on trips, depending on how you feel about her. She's vibing with you. She's not playing hard to get. She's showing that she's interested in you. So the relationship is good. Y'all having fun together. Y'all moving around together. Y'all taking trips together. Y'all enjoying each other's company. You know what I mean? Y'all doing everything under the sun. Now, a few weeks or a few months later, you decide to be in a relationship with her and y'all decide to make it an exclusive relationship. Yeah, you're going to have to maintain that particular course of action in order to maintain that relationship. You feel me? Because she's interested in all the activities that you was doing in the beginning. So you can't all of a sudden, a year down the line, 6 months down the line, 2 years down the line, switch it all up and stop taking her out and stop having fun with her. Now she's gonna think you're doing it with someone else. You feel me? You don't want her mind to start wondering. When you met her, you was an outgoing person. Now all of a sudden, few years in a relationship, now you an introvert. You're not going nowhere no more. You're not taking her out no more. Yeah, that's how you're gonna lose your chick real fast. You dig? Cause she wanna have fun. She wanna enjoy herself. So like I said, remember, how you got them is how you keep them. You feel me? And how you got them is how you lose them. Now check this out. Now if you got your chick like this, I'm gonna break this down for my fellas. If you got your chick like this, if you went and hollered at a female that had a man, or if you might even knew the nigga that she was dating, and you started dirty macking that nigga, and you started telling her all the things that nigga's doing behind her back, and that was the way you got in, that was the way you cut into her, that's how you got her attention, just by speaking down on another nigga or speaking down on your homie, yeah, that's how you gonna lose her as well. You feel me? Nothing is new under the sun. If you dirty mac a nigga that you know to get at his chick, and she turns around and falls for it and decide to be with you, not only are you out of pocket and she's out of pocket, but y'all are not going to be able to last because y'all relationship was not built on solid grounds. How you start is how you finish, and how you got it is how you lose her. Because if you was able to finesse her and cut into his situation by dirty macking him, then another nigga will be able to do the same thing to you. And you'll end up eventually losing her any motherfucking way. You dig? Remember, how you got him is how you keep him, and how you got him is how you lose him, depending on how you got him. So you always want to approach the situation from a man perspective. If a female got a man and you trying to holler at her and you really persistent and you don't care that she got a man, if you want her to be a part of your situation or be a part of your life, you can do that without talking down on another nigga or without speaking on another man, especially if you don't know him. You shouldn't put another nigga down to get a chick that you want. It's corny, it's lame, and any woman that deals with a man like that, she deserves whatever she gets. You feel me? And there's a lot of people out there right now that's in relationships with their homegirl's boyfriend, and they're hoping that this nigga leave her and end up choosing her to be the next one in line. Not understanding that relationship won't last because you're not building it on solid grounds. You dig? So it's very important that you build your relationship on solid ground. There's a lot of women out there right now that's in relationship with a man that used to be her homegirl's boyfriend or her homegirl's husband. And even if they're together for 4 to 5 to 6 or even 10 years, eventually she will see the demise of that relationship that would not last because that relationship was not built on solid grounds. Anything without integrity is destined to fail. Integrity is the essence of everything successful. If you don't build relationships based on integrity, I don't give a fuck what type of relationship it is, it will never last and stand the test of time. You always got to keep it 1,000. Now, I'm not the best at having, a monogamous relationship. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, I keep it open and honest. I don't play no games. I tell it what it is. I don't try to hide or lie and be sneaky about nothing that I do. If I want to date multiple women, I'm going to let the woman that I'm dealing with know that I'm going to date multiple people. She's going to have to deal with that and respect that. Now, if I want to date just me and her and I just want it to be exclusive, then that's what it's going to be. But the most important thing through it all, I'm going to be honest and I'm going to lead with the truth. I'm going to tell her what it is because I'm going to give her the choice. Now, the reason I evolved to that stage in my life is because I've been a player before. I know what it's like to be a player and have multiple women and be leaving one crib to go to another crib, or leaving this one and having that one drop me off to the next one. I know what it's all about. I did it all. I did it like the best of them. I was the biggest player ever. I know what it's like. So now that I'm more evolved and I'm more wise and I'm more mature, I'm more open and honest. I tell you what it is and not what it might be. Now, a lot of niggas out there lie to get in between the sheets. I don't got time to do all of that because my game evolved to the next point in my life where I just lead with the truth. And the woman is going to do what she want to do regardless. I'm still going to be able to get between the sheets leading with the truth because I am me. I am the truth. You dig? And the woman ain't gonna deny the truth because the truth will definitely set you free. And the bitch wants to be free, man. Yeah, free from your hands and all the way on to what I got going on. You feel me? So it's important that y'all understand this, man. Lead with the truth and you'll get more out of the situation. Cheers, what it is and what it ain't. The wait is finally over. For everybody that's in my DM asking me about mentorship, y'all asking me about how did I raise my vibration, what's my hair routine, what's my skin routine. Y'all asking me all type of questions, man. Listen, the wait is over. All you got to do right now is click the link and sign up to the C.A.S.H Academy, the school of hard knocks where you can create a successful mindset, the place where you can be, do, and have anything and everything you want, where we can teach you how to raise your vibration so you can raise your currency, man. Listen, it's a school of hard knocks. I'm laying the game out for you. I'm giving you the recipe to success. All you got to do is click the link right now. You don't got to ask me questions in my DM no more. Join the community of thinkers, and we're going to share information. We're going to have one-on-one dialogue. All you got to do is sign up right now, join the School of Hard Knocks. I'm going to take you to the next level in the game, all right? Cheers. You don't got to lie. Now, all y'all doing is playing yourself and wasting time anyway. As I evolve and I get more mature and I get older and wiser, I realize in life being a player, that ain't the way to go. Having multiple women, that ain't the way to go. You know what I mean? If you're smart, you'll have one. It'll be less headaches. But I know our appetites are big. Our eyes are bigger than our stomach. We always want more. So I understand. I know why niggas play and cheat and have multiple women. And I know why women cheat and have multiple men. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, if you are smart, you will just choose one. Because it'll save you from a lot of headache and you'll be able to focus on your goals more. You know what I mean? You'll be focused on the things that you really need to be doing and getting your shit together. But I know a lot of y'all want to be players. I remember one time my cousin was telling me about a female that he was really interested in being with. And he was trying to lock it down. And he asked me, you know, should I make her my girl or not? And I told him, I say, listen, man, I've been there, done that. And you already know it. You know what I mean? From a young June, you was watching me do my motherfucking thing with chicks coming in and out of the crib. And I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you. That brought me nothing but headaches. Keep it all the way 1,000, man. It looked like it was fun, but it was a lot more headaches. Now, it was fun at times, but even when I was having fun, I still was dealing with the other side of it, and it was a lot of headaches. You feel me? And anytime you have a woman and you cheating on her and you're not keeping it real with her, you got to be ready to deal with the consequence of that, because for sure she's going to be cheating on you as well, and you might never know about it. So if you're going to make that show to your lady and you're going to make her yours and you really serious about her, number one, before you make her your lady, make sure that you know all her darkest secrets. You know everything about this woman before you decide to make her your lady. Make sure you really know her, not just on a surface level, but on a more deep level, so you can understand what you're getting yourself into. You feel me? So that's what I suggest that he did. Get to know her on a more deep level. And also, if you're going to make her your woman, you got to keep it all the way 1,000 with her, man. You can't cheat on her at all, man. And I know that was strange coming from me, because like I said again, he saw me, you know what I mean, keeping them twos and fews. He saw me bringing them out and bringing them in. They was coming in the crib, one was going, one was coming in. One was leaving, one was coming in. He saw it all day and all night. You feel me? So when he heard that from me, that was something different, because like I said again, I've been there, done that. So I was able to give him some wise words and let him know, the moment you decide to make that show to your lady, you can't play no games with her. You gotta let her know how you coming. And if you trying to be exclusive, then that's what it's gonna be. But if you trying to play around and deal with multiple chicks, you gotta let her know that. And if you don't let her know that and you do it behind her back, you gotta understand that's coming back to you. And whatever don't come to you, it'll be passed down to your future generation. Yeah. The sins of the father will be passed down to the child. Don't think it's gonna skip you or skip your family tree. You got to understand that. A lot of people are dealing with situations right now that their parents brought upon them. Yeah, generational curse. Your father did all the foul shit to your moms, and your grandfather did all the foul shit to your grandmother, and now you're dealing with the consequences of your father's actions. And that's just how it is. We pass down these generational curses to our children, not understanding you can't escape the energy. So if you put out that negative energy, if you did people wrong, and you did people foul, and you wasn't honest with them, and you wasn't straight up with them, and you try to be Mr. Deceiver, and you start deceiving people and moving on and thinking that's gonna be all right and life is gonna be all fine and shit, all you doing is making it harder for your seed when they come into the world. The sins of the father will be passed on to the child. The sins of the mother will be passed on to the child as well. So if you move in a certain way, you may not get the short end of the stick, but your seed is more than definitely going to get a hard break on life before they even come into this world. So we got to be mindful of our actions and the things that we do. We got to be mindful. I got to give y'all the truth because I was one of those niggas that was playing the game. You dig? Didn't give a fuck about nobody but myself. Until I started being honest and I started to understand that all I'm doing is making it harder for my seed when they get into the world. And I'm making it harder for myself. So I'm always mindful of the future because I'm living my future in my present. Some of y'all are not seeing that far, but sometimes you got to see that far to understand you got to give your seed a fair chance in this world. A fair chance when it comes to relationship. A fair chance. Don't do the bullshit and think you exempt from all the nonsense that it's going to bring into your life. You're not exempt. No one's exempt. You're not slicking in the can of oil. Nothing is new under the sun. Don't think you're getting away with anything. You're not getting away with nothing. Not because she didn't find out that means you got away. You haven't gotten away, man. You dig? If it missed you, it's going to be passed down to your seed. Trust me, they'll get the short end of the stick. So be mindful of that. Think about how you're moving, all right? And that brings me to number 5. Always show appreciation. You got to show appreciation, man. A lot of times, men go out their way to do certain things for women, and women do the same. They go out their way to do certain things for men. And it's done so much that the other person that's receiving the gift or receiving the treatment, they don't always say thank you after the date. They don't always show that appreciation. It's important that you show appreciation in your relationship. 2 words that will take you far in life is please and thank you. Those 2 words right there will take you far in life. Please and thank you. A lot of times we say please to strangers and thank you to strangers, but we don't say please and thank you to our immediate friends, family, the person that we love, the person that we involved with. We have to always show appreciation. Don't make the person feel obligated to do the things that they're doing. If they go out their way to plan out a dinner reservation, to plan out a trip, to plan whatever they decide to plan for you, remember, they didn't have to do that. Always show that appreciation. Always say please and thank you. It's very important. A lot of women is walking around acting like a man's supposed to do this and a man's supposed to do that. I was talking to one of my homeboys the other day and I was asking him, how's your marriage going? And he's told me they got a divorce. And I was like, why? How y'all got a divorce? My lady didn't appreciate the things that I was doing. And I was like, what? Y'all only was married for 2 years. Come on, man. What you mean? Talk to me. And he was like, man, she wasn't appreciating, all the things I was bringing to the table. I was waking up at night, changing the baby's diapers. I was taking the trash out, doing everything I need to do, paying the bills, fixing things around the house. I was cooking sometimes when she was too busy with the child. I was doing all the things that I felt like a man should bring to the table and a man should do. And she still wasn't satisfied. She made it seem like, well, that's what you're supposed to do. And even if I'm supposed to do that, she should still show some appreciation, being of the fact that I'm stepping up to the plate. There's a lot of niggas that don't step up to the plate. And he wasn't basically speaking from a standpoint of he want a pat on his back for it, but all he want is just some appreciation. You don't gotta stroke a nigga ego every day because he's doing the things that he's supposed to be doing, but you still have to show that you appreciate the fact that he's standing up as a man, taking care of his responsibilities as a man, staying in your life after the child is born, because there's so many broken homes out there and broken family because niggas don't have the guts and the ball to stay in that child's life or that mother's life throughout the whole course of their life. So the fact that he was playing his part and stepping up to the plate, she didn't show no appreciation, that eventually dissolved the relationship. Because anytime you make a man feel like he's obligated to do something, that makes him not want to do it. So it's important y'all ladies need to stop making niggas feel like they obligated to do that. A nigga ain't obligated to do shit but stay black and die. That's just how I feel about it. I ain't obligated to do nothing I don't want to do. You not obligated to do nothing you don't want to do. So anytime somebody do anything for me, I always show my appreciation because they didn't have to do it. You feel me? So yeah, those two words will take you far, please and thank you. Always show appreciation to the person that you're involved with, especially the person you love. Because you'll say please and thank you to the waiter when he brings the food. You'll say please and thank you to a stranger. But the man that's holding you down or the woman that's holding you down and taking care of things around the house and doing the things and putting their best foot forward and looking out for you and making sure that you're in a good position, you don't got the common sense or the common courtesy to say please and thank you and show them some appreciation. Come on, man. We got to do better. So that's number 5 on the list. You got to show your woman some appreciation. You got to show your man some appreciation. This is how you keep the relationship tight. I always show appreciation to everyone that I've ever been involved with. I always tell them thank you. That's just what I do, because that's just how I get my blessings. You feel me? The more I appreciate them, the more the universe sends me more things that I need to be appreciative for. You dig? Yeah, I know what it is. Now, check this out. This is a bonus one I want to put in there real quick. This is a bonus. Just a bonus. Ladies, it's a little tip. Stop the goddamn complaining. Stop with all the complaining, man. Every day you got something to complain about. The nigga goes out his way to fix what you're complaining about. And then by tomorrow, you got something else on the list of things that you want to complain about. Stop with the goddamn complaining, man. You feel me? We tired of it. We don't want to hear it. Every time a nigga go out his way to fix what you complaining about, you got another one right around the corner. It's almost like misery loves company. Like you miserable or something and you're not happy with yourself, so you find little small things to complain about. You feel me? And come on, man. You trying to have a happy relationship or you trying to fuss and fight day and night? You trying to stand the test of time and make sure this relationship lasts forever? Or you just want to fly by night? Because at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of other options out there when it comes to women. You dig? It ain't no shortage of bad bitches, but it's a shortage of real niggas that's really stepping up to the plate and fixing the things that you might be complaining about. You feel me? So easy with the complaining. Be cool with that shit. You feel me? Niggas don't got time to be hearing you complain all the time. We got real things in life that we stressing over and we trying to fix. A lot of women be coming to the table with $5 arguments when I got $1 million dreams. I'm thinking about multi-millions. You coming into me with a $2 situation that could be fixed like that. Something that you don't even need to be complaining about, but you feel a need to complain about because you want attention. Yeah, half the time women complaining, they just complaining because they want attention. Not understanding that the niggas out there trying to achieve certain things to make it better for the family. Yeah, he's going out his way to do the most to make sure that he's securing his future and securing your future. But you coming to him with issues that you can resolve on your own. All because you want some attention. You gotta understand this, ladies. In a relationship, there's going to be certain times in that relationship where a man is focused on his projects, his passion, the things that he loves to do. That don't mean he don't love you. That don't mean he's not thinking about you. He may have things that he want to do to secure the bag and secure the future that's going to be helpful to you and him. You dig? So if he's spending late nights and late hours in the studio, late nights and late hours at the job, late nights and late hours in another room working on a project, That's going to be a blessing to you as well once he execute and facilitate that particular project. It's going to be a blessing to you as well. So give the man grace, give him room to breathe, to take care of the things that he's trying to accomplish. It's not easy. Don't say you're supportive and not be supportive. If you are supportive of his actions and what he's doing, you won't be complaining to him every minute and every second when you got an issue. Something that you can resolve on your own. But again, you want some attention because you feel he's putting too much attention into that thing that he's trying to accomplish. So you want to take his attention away from it so you complain like a little child, like a baby. Sometimes y'all have the attitude like a kid, just complaining, just trying to get daddy's attention. Not understanding, man, that man is really trying to do something greater than himself so he can be a blessing to you and the family. You dig? It's bigger than you. It's bigger than him. When a man got a passion project, when a man got a goal out there to try to execute something, don't get in the way of that. Support him. Come in the room and ask him, do he want something to eat? Come in the room and say, man, do you need any help? Is there anything that I can do? That's how you support. That's how you show that you got his back. If you're not coming with that energy, everything else is null and void, man. Miss me with all the bullshit. Because if you're going to support for real. You know what I mean? Have my back for real. I want to feel safe and secure knowing that I'm out here taking care of things. And you know what? You holding it down. You being exclusive to me. You're not out there doing foul shit. You're not looking for another man's attention because you feel like I'm slacking or not giving you that attention you want. You dig? So it's important that y'all stop complaining and understand this, fellas. When you going through that shit, when a woman's complaining, when she's out there and she's screaming and she's yelling in your ear and she's making it known that this is her house, this is her TV, this is her crib, you know what I mean? This is her bed. You need to go get your own and all that. She making you feel less of a man. Understand this, your brain is going to go through a lot of stages. You dig? It's going to go through 5 stages. And these 5 particular stages your brain is going to go through is the think stage. It's the emote stage, the emotional stage. It's the look stage. It's the create stage, and it's the knowing stage. I'm going to say that again because it's very important. I'm going to say that all again because I know some of y'all be listening too slow. I'm going to say that again. If you're in a situation with a woman, right, and she's complaining, she's letting it be known that this is her house. You don't live here. You don't pay the bills here. She making you feel less of a man. She's letting you feel like you can't watch what you want to watch because she's letting it be known this is her TV. She's letting it be known that this is her bed. Because you know some women get petty like that. They get real petty and they start pointing out things in the household that is theirs. And they letting it be known that you don't pay rent here. You just live here. And why won't you get your own shit? You feel me? Yeah, they get hit real below the belt when they know they got the power and they got the strength. Now you're going to go through some stages when you're having this situation transpire in your life. Your brain is going to go through 5 stages. You're going to go through the think stage. You're going to go through the emotional stage. You're going to go through the look search stage, the create stage, and the knowing stage. These are the 5 stages that you're going to go through in life when you're dealing with something that's making you uncomfortable. Remember what I said, comfortability is the enemy of progress. Sometimes we have to be uncomfortable in order for us to make progress. You got to find comfort within discomfort. I don't want you to lose focus. I want you to understand you need to use that energy. And the stages that your brain goes through, it's the think stage. You're going to start thinking about situations and things that you need to do in order to get out of the situation that you're in. That's how your brain is going to operate because she's arguing with you so much. Now your brain is moving. You're turning the wheels in your head. You're thinking about, man, I need to get out of this situation, man. I don't know. I can't deal with this too long, man. I'm a man. She don't need to be talking to me like that. And you feeling some type of way about it. Yeah, you feel that anger. You feel that hurt inside. That's the emotional stage. You go through that hurt. You go through that pain that you feel inside. That thing that it's just something you can't even explain. You have to go through it in order to know what I'm saying. That thing you start to feel when somebody starts to make you feel less of a man. It could be a boss at your job. It could be a lady that you stay by, or a person that's in your life that you may be just moving through life with. that's making you feel less of a human being, and you go through that emotional stage. You feel that burning desire to go achieve something and be greater. And you know where that takes you? That takes you to the look stage, the look search stage, where you start to look for the things that you need to be doing. You start to look for the thing that could be the next big thing that's going to take you to the next place in life, that's going to bring in some finances, that's going to bring in some money. And you're going to start searching, you're going to start looking, and you're going to find something. Yeah, your burning desire, that anger, that frustration is going to make you find something that you need to be doing. It's because you're going to be searching and going to be looking for it. You was too comfortable before, so you wasn't looking and searching for that thing hard enough. But that circumstances and that situation made you so uncomfortable. Now you searching for the thing that you need the most, that's going to take you out of the predicament that you in. And once you find it, you're going to start creating. It could be a business idea. It could be a passion project, something that you really love doing, something that you creating from scratch. And you start creating it. You get the LLC. You get the logo. You start buying the domain name. You start doing all the small things that's needed to be done. You start creating it. It could be a design. It could be a clothing line. It could be whatever it may be. You start creating it. You start looking for graphic designers. You start putting pen to pad. Because that thing that gave you that feeling, you don't want to feel that no more. You tired of hearing from her. You tired of people talking down. You tired of people making you feel less of a man. You tired of people talking they shit, talking that smack. Now you creating that shit that you want. You feel me? And once you create that, once you finish and you execute that, you get to the knowing stage. Now you know how it's done. You know how to complete a project. You know how to execute and facilitate that thing that you was burning to do, that you was fiending to get done. All my life I heard the expressions, you gotta fake it to make it. But I never really subscribed to that concept because I believe you gotta think it to make it. See, whatever the mind of man can conceive and bring itself to believe, it can achieve. Change your mind and you can change your life.
Take a whiff, I'm the black Richie Rich. Do it all on my own. I ain't never need a cause it's all in the wrist. She in love with the sniff. I'm in love with the bricks. Like I'm short, like I'm thick. Make a bust like the rhyme. Only hit it one time.
That burning desire that's inside you, you got it done. But you had to go through what you went through. You had to feel uncomfortable. She had to make you uncomfortable. He had to make you uncomfortable. That circumstances that you went through had to make you uncomfortable. You might have had to been fired from your job. You might have had to been kicked out of your house to get you so uncomfortable for you to go through all the stages in your mind, for you to get to the knowing stage where you actually executing and facilitating on that thing that you wanted to do, that you've been putting on the back burner. Yeah, you've been putting a lot of goals that you had on the back burner because you got comfortable with life. So her screaming at you and telling you need to get your shit together, letting it be known that this is her house and this is her TV, she had to do that in order for you to get up off your ass, in order for you to go out there and make something of yourself and go out there and accomplish that goal that you've been talking about for the past year or two that you've been with that chick. You feel me? So that burning desire is going to come from a negative event. These are the stages that your brain goes through, so it's important for you guys to understand this, you dig? Don't just take that anger and just hold that in. Maneuver that energy into a direction of where you want to go. Life is all about discomfort. You're never going to be comfortable in life. Never. Matter of fact, well, let me say this differently. It's okay to be comfortable. There's nothing wrong with that. It's okay to be comfortable. There's going to be times you are comfortable in life because you accomplish something and you want to bask in that glory. So there's going to be times where you feel comfortable in life, but you should never get too comfortable. There's always should be another goal, another thing that you're trying to accomplish, something else that you're trying to do. And that brings me to how to not get too comfortable in life. Yeah, I got a little bit something for everybody. How to not get too comfortable in life. You dig? You always got to have a list of goals. Always. Because a man without a purpose will distract itself with childish pleasure. I'm gonna say that again for the niggas that ain't listening. You always gotta have something that you're trying to accomplish. You always gotta have a goal, because a man without a purpose would always distract himself with childish pleasures. You feel me? So we always gotta be striving for something. You always gotta have a goal. You can't get too comfortable in life. Even if you accomplish your chief aim and that thing that you desire to accomplish, you can celebrate for a minute, just for a minute, for a second, but there always should be something else that you're trying to achieve. For me, I'm always looking for the next thing. I'm always doing the next thing. I'm never satisfied. I don't sit down and bask in my glory once I accomplish something. I'm always searching for the next goal. Like I said again, a man without a purpose would always distract himself with childish pleasures. And the Bible already told y'all an idle mind is the devil's playground. So I'm always thinking about my next thing, even when I accomplish something. Like I said again, I wrote my first book, The Power of Thought. I'm thinking about the next book. I'm not even getting too caught up in the hype of that book. I'm thinking about the next one. When I record an episode, I put it out, I'm thinking about the next one. I'm not spending time watching that and getting caught up in the whole, you know what I mean, episode and being hype off of what I just did. No, I'm thinking about the next goal, the next thing that I want to do. So you always have to be striving for something else, because if you're not striving for something else, you can get caught up. And like I said again, comfortability is the enemy of progress. You always want to progress in life. Some of y'all got too comfortable with life. COVID hit, came and went, and some of y'all still haven't got out of that slump. Yeah, COVID came, you stayed in the house, you relaxed, you got comfortable, not doing nothing. A lot of y'all got comfortable not doing nothing. COVID came and left. And some of y'all are still stuck in that mind state. Still stuck in that mind state, just being home doing nothing. That's why the job rate is down. Niggas don't want to work. Niggas don't want to hustle. Niggas came professional beggars. They just want to ask niggas for something every day and night. Every time you got an issue, every time you got a bill, every time you got a situation that you need to take care of, you go ask the person that you feel that got some money. You got too comfortable with asking people for shit. COVID made y'all niggas comfortable. COVID been gone for a couple years now, man. That shit been over. Y'all are free now to move around. Free to do what you want. But some niggas are still stuck. Being in the house, not doing nothing. Just doing the bare minimum. And they think they're gonna make it in life like that. How far you think you're gonna get with that mentality? How far you really think you're gonna get with that mentality? Like really think about that. I get it. COVID had y'all niggas relax. You feel me? Y'all was chill. COVID has been over for a few years now, and niggas is still relaxed, acting like they still on lockdown. They don't want to do nothing. Niggas don't want to work. Niggas don't want to hustle. Niggas just want to have their hands out and ask the other man for something. It's fucked up, man. But it is what it is. That's what's going on, man. Niggas don't want to go outside and really make something happen. You got to get outside, man. Yeah, you got to get outside. You got to make something happen, man. Yeah, we outside now. You are a free man now. Get outside and make something happen. Stop walking around with your hand out. Nobody owe you nothing. Nobody want to hear your complaints. Nobody gives a fuck. You dig? People got their own problems. There's a list of people on my list that comes before you niggas. So the niggas that's always got their hand out and asking me for something, you got to remember, I got a whole list of people on my list. Family members that comes before a lot of you niggas. It's not that I don't want to help. I got a lot of money on the streets. Niggas I lend money to. And I have no problem doing it, because if I fuck with you and I got the bread, and I feel like I can lend a nigga 1,000 here, 2,000 here, 3,000 there, I'm gonna do it. And you're gonna never hear about it. I'm never gonna tell nobody about it. Nobody gonna know I did it. I'm just gonna keep it to myself. Because if a nigga asks me for something and I got it, and he's my man, I'm gonna lend it to him. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give it to him, because I don't expect it back. And you ain't never gonna hear about it, because I think that's a sucker move. To lend somebody something, and then you telling everybody about you giving that person something and they never paying you back. You letting everybody in the neighborhood know, or you letting your homeboys know, man, you lend this nigga some money and he never paid you back. Now, you got niggas looking at your man a certain type of way. Anytime I ever lend somebody something, I never spoke about it. You dig? I don't even think about it, really. I like having money on the streets because if money on the streets and I fall on hard times, hopefully I can go to one of those niggas and say, man, let me hold something real quick. You dig? And they can remember back to the time I let them hold something. You feel me? So I don't mind putting money on the streets. But y'all gotta understand this. I got a list of people that come before a lot of you niggas. Family members that's in need. You dig? So always, like I said again, before I get off track, always have something that you're trying to accomplish. Have a goal. All right? Number 2, always self-reflect on the regular. Make sure that your ego is not too big where you can't take constructive criticism from someone that you respect and someone that you admire. Some of us be bugging out. Some of us is not in the right mind state. Some of us, our ego's gotten too big and we can't hear nothing no more. Somebody tell us something, it goes to one end, come out the next. You got to be able to take constructive criticism. Do some self-reflecting on the regular. Don't get so comfortable with yourself and thinking that everything you say and everything you do is right. It might be wrong in the eyes of many. So you always get constructive criticism from people that you love, respect, and admire. They're going to give you some insight because it's hard to see the picture when you're in the frame. So it's important for you to always self-reflect on the regular. Get constructive criticism because it's only going to make you better. I love criticism. I love when people criticize my work. I love when people criticize anything that I do because it only makes me better. My ego is not too big to the point where I can't take constructive criticism. So you got to always self-reflect. Don't look back in anger or look forward in fear. Look around you in awareness. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of your behavior. Be aware of your mentality. Be aware of your actions. Always be aware. And to help you be aware, ask your lady, what can I improve on? How can I be a better person for you and for me? What do I need to do? Because sometimes we get caught up on our own hype. We get caught up on our own bullshit. And I'm a man, so I know what it is, the ego. The ego getting away sometimes make us think we, you know what I mean, King Joffrey joke. But I want you to know the ego is only there to cause confusion and destruction. It's okay to have an ego, but you got to control it, not let it control you. You feel me? You got to master the ego. 5 minutes to learn, a lifetime to master. You got to master the ego, man. Don't let it get control of you. So I'm always self-reflecting on the regular. I always look at my weaknesses and my strength, and I improve my weaknesses and I improve on my strength. I never let my ego cloud my vision. I know I'm that nigga, but I need that constructive criticism so I can continue being that nigga. I am him. But I make sure get that feedback from people that I respect, I trust, and admire. So always self-reflect. Don't get too comfortable with who you are. You might be bugging. You might have an attitude problem and don't know it. You hard-headed motherfuckers be the ones that stay broke. Never get an opportunity to get no money because nobody want to put you on because they already know how you are. You feel me? I got people around me. Well, I had people around me in my family that was hard-headed motherfuckers. I gave them a little bit. I saw how they acted. And I said, okay, I see how they move with that little bit I gave them. I can't give them no more. I can't give him no more until I feel he's ready. Because when you give a person a little bit and they move a certain way and they behave a certain way and they act like they the one that's head honcho in charge, the head nigga in charge, and they move in a certain way and they walk in with a certain attitude and they have a certain demeanor, then you already know how that person is going to act once they get the full 100% of whatever you got for them or whatever you could offer them or whatever you could give them. The moment they get that, they're going to cut you out of the whole play and try to X you out of the game. So it's important that y'all understand Do some self-reflecting. Your attitude will determine your latitude in life. So you gotta have an attitude of gratitude. Y'all already heard that one. Y'all know what it is. It's nothing new under the sun. I'm just reminding you niggas, man, in case you forgot. Gotta have an attitude of gratitude because that determines your latitude. Y'all know the vibes, man. I'm gonna give you the real. Number 3, embrace challenges and change. That equates to growth and development. Be afraid of comfort and stagnation. I'm gonna say that again because some of y'all might have missed it. Number 3, embrace challenges and change. That equates to growth and development. Be afraid of comfort and stagnation. After all the things I told y'all about how to not get too comfortable in your relationship and how to not get too comfortable in life, you got to understand this. You're going to be faced with a bunch of challenges throughout your whole entire life. Life is all about facing challenges and other opportunities and situations and trials and tribulations that you're going to go through. That's just going to be life, B. That's just what it is, man. That's just life. Through all the stages of my life, there's been challenges after challenge after challenge after challenge. And how you act within facing those challenges will determine your outcome. Don't just go through it, grow from it. Don't be afraid of challenges. You got to embrace that. Embrace all the challenges in life. All the challenges I face in my life, I took it with my head up and my chest out. I ain't cried about nothing, man. Throughout my whole life, I've always been faced with challenges. Throughout your whole life, you're always going to be faced with a challenge. That's just life, period, man. I don't care where you at in life. You could be the most wealthy man or you could be the poorest man. We all are going to be faced with challenges in life, man. It is what it is. You are not going to go through this life without dealing with challenges. That's just what it is, man. So you got to be ready for that. You got to embrace that. And you got to embrace change. Some of y'all have been too comfortable. So you got to embrace the changes that's going on in your life. The whole world is going through a transitional phase in life right now. I'm going to say that again, man. The whole world is going through a transitional phase. Everybody in the world right now is going through a transition, man. Either you aware of it or you ignoring it. But we all going through a transitional phase in our life right now. Me, you, and everybody that's watching. We going through that transitional phase. You can feel it. You know it. God has been making you so uncomfortable, but you still in that same position because even though you're uncomfortable, it's not that uncomfortable, so you still deal with the bullshit. And you know God is making you uncomfortable. He's making it so bad that he's trying to force you to change, and you in your stubborn mind and your stubborn way of thinking, you don't want to change because you're scared of change. You're afraid to change. You don't like change. And God has made you so uncomfortable. You can't even stand to look at that man no more. You can't even stand to look at that chick no more. Every time you come home, you stay in the car for 10 to 20 minutes. Just because you don't want to go in that house and deal with the negative energy. You stay in the car for 20 minutes to yourself. Or you walk around the block for 20 minutes before you go in the house because you got to get your mind right before you step in that house. It's so uncomfortable being there. You don't like her, she don't like you. You can't stand each other. But yet and still, you wouldn't change your circumstance. Even though God has made you so uncomfortable, even though you know you don't want to be there, just because you're afraid of change, you're used to that person, you've gotten comfortable with that person, you're scared to start over new, you don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, you don't know what the new situation is going to bring, so you stay in a miserable relationship and you bring in that person pain, agony, and misery. Because misery loves company. So y'all are two miserable people together living under the same roof. Because y'all afraid to change. You got to embrace change, man. I've been in a lot of situations where a female made me uncomfortable, man. They made me very uncomfortable. And I don't deal with stress well. I don't deal with it well at all. Anytime I'm in a relationship and a female is stressing me the fuck out, you best believe I don't give a fuck if I gotta be homeless on the streets. I am not dealing with no disrespect. I am not dealing with the stress and the torment and the agony and the shit that comes with dealing with a miserable woman or miserable person, period. I'd rather be homeless. I'd rather be on the streets, walking or living in a shelter than deal with someone that's causing me stress and agony and pain. Because if you bringing stress in my life, I think you're trying to kill me. Because stress is a silent killer. Stress can kill more people than the coronavirus, man. Stress can kill more people than World War II. Stress can kill more people than World War I. Stress can kill more people than I could name. You dig? Stress kill a lot of people, man. A lot of motherfuckers are walking around dead because they stress. And that relationship been stressing you. That job been stressing you. The situation you in has been stressing you. But like I said again, you scared of change, so you deal with all the fuck shit. Listen, man, come on, man. Stop playing with your life. Time is moving. That leads me to number 4. Life is too short. Life is too short for y'all to just be playing with it, man. Life is too short to be dealing with somebody that don't appreciate you. Life is too short to be playing with your games and your goals and your dreams, man. Life is too short to be second thinking about the things that you want to do, man. Life is too short, man. Go out there and make it happen now, man. Life is too short to be procrastinating, man. If you know you got to make a move right now and transition, make it happen right now, man. There's a lot of niggas in jail because they didn't transition in time. There's a lot of people in the grave because they didn't make that transition in time. We are all going through a transitional stage in our life right now. Stop playing with yourself. Make that change. You can feel it. It's in your bones. You feel it in your guts. Follow your bliss. Follow your happiness. Follow your gut. Your emotional guiding system will never steer you wrong. Follow your gut feeling. You know where you need to go. You know what you need to do. Stop playing. Stop wasting time. Make it happen now. You can feel it in your gut. Your gut is never gonna lie to you. You already know that. Many times you didn't move in a direction your gut feeling was trying to tell you to go into, and you made a mistake and you regretted it. And every time you made a decision based on your gut feeling, it was the right decision. So it's important for y'all to understand, man. Follow your bliss, follow your gut feeling. Understand right now, like I said again, we're going through a transitional phase in life right now. Don't be afraid of change. Embrace change. Be afraid of comfort. Be afraid of stagnation. Be afraid to stand still. Be afraid that you're not moving and you're not progressing. You in the same place that you was last year. You in the same position. You wearing the same clothes, you eating the same type of food, you in the same circumstances. You still ain't got the female that you wanted. You still ain't got the car that you wanted. You still ain't living in the place you wanted. You still ain't made no progress. Because you're not only playing with your life, you playing with everybody else's life that's involved with you or that's around you or that's connected to you. Remember, once you grow, the next person grow. And the other thing I want you guys to understand this, man. This is very important. I need y'all guys to understand this. Check this out. Most women don't hear what you mean. They hear what you say. And a lot of times, they don't remember what you say. They remember how you said it. So you got to be mindful on the choices of words that you use when you're having a conversation with a woman. Because you can say one thing, they take it a whole different way. And now it causes an argument. It causes conflict into the relationship. You know what I mean? You can come in the house and be like, baby, I need you to, you know what I mean, come with me to the gym. Now all of a sudden she arguing with you talking about, oh, you think I'm fat? Or you can say, well, baby, I don't want no food tonight. You don't got to cook. Let's go out tonight and let's go eat. Oh, so you don't like my food? Or you don't want to eat my food now? You just want to go out to eat now? All of a sudden now you want to go out to eat? Matter of fact, now I ain't even cooking for the rest of the week. Since you want to go out to eat, you can go out to eat for the rest of the week. Now you got an argument on your hands. You got to be very surgical when you having conversations with women, especially women that have insecurities that they haven't dealt with, issues that they haven't dealt with. I was having a conversation with one of my homegirls the other day, and I was like, why do you think women be having all this abandonment issues and all of this, these insecurities and things that they have to deal with on a daily basis? And or they always have an issue, or they always going through something emotionally. And she told me, and this is from a female perspective, she told me a lot of those women didn't get no love when they was younger. Their mother didn't give them no love when they was younger. Their father didn't give them no love when they was younger. So they lacking that love. So they dealing with a lot of issues. And a woman that was deprived of love when they was younger They're always going to have certain insecurities and abandonment issues, and they're always going to pass that on to the man. He's going to have to deal with all the insecurities and all the emotional turmoil that they go through in life. And if they haven't done no personal development work on their behaviors and their attitude and their issues, and they haven't seen therapy, the man gonna have to pick up all the pieces of their broken hearts. Because a lot of women are walking around broken, and a lot of times it's not their fault. Like I said again, the sins of the parents will be passed on to the child. A lot of it is generational curses. All the things that the father did and the mother did before they was born, all the wrongs, and even the rights. Because you got to take the bad with the good, and you got to take the good with the bad. There's some good things in there too, because I'm sure their parents did some good, but the bad definitely weighs onto the child. So a lot of women are dealing with a lot of issues, not just based on the mistakes they made, but it's also compounded with the mistakes that their parents made. And us as men, we pick up all the pieces that's left of them, and we got to put it all together, and we got to make something of it. Now, it's not all women, but majority of women are all dealing with some type of insecurity, and the man is getting the short end of the stick because of the things that they went through with their parents when they was growing up. You feel me? And like I said again, I have conversation with women, so I get different perspectives. And my homegirl told me, that was her perspective on it. If a woman was lacking love when she was younger, she's going to deal with abandonment issues. If a man was lacking love when he was younger, didn't have that parent in his household that was giving him that time and that attention, he's going to deal with abandonment issues. And there's going to be issues on both parties, and they both going to be causing each other headaches and all type of sleepless nights and arguments and fights and things that they don't need to be going through, that they need to seek therapy for. There's a lot of people need to seek therapy now. Now, when I was coming up, you couldn't even, I wouldn't advise nobody to go see therapy. But as I get a little bit older and wiser, I realize a lot of people need some therapy work. Because I don't like to be dealing with a lot of the bullshit that women be coming with. So I always try to push them towards therapy. You need to seek therapy for the issues because, listen, I ain't the cause of your issues, so I'm not the person that's going to be resolving your issues, you dig? I can help you as much as I can, but I'm one of those type of people, man. That shit that happened in the past is the past. Let's look forward. Let's move forward. I ain't crying about what happened in the past. I don't give a fuck that my mother wasn't in my life. I don't give a fuck if my father wasn't in my life. I don't give a damn about what went on in the past. I'm more concerned about what's going on right now, the changes I can make right now. So I'm one of those type of people that I don't let my past define my future. Now, you might not be one of those people. That's cool, that's fine and dandy. But for me, I'm looking towards the future. I don't let my past define my actions now. You dig? I'm old enough and wise enough to know that I dictate my future. I create my future. I create my reality. So whatever I went through as a kid, I'm not holding on to that and letting that be my crutch. Nah, we moving forward. We chasing for the gold medal. We trying to get the big bag. I'm not crying about what happened in the past. I don't give a damn about that. Like I said again, a lot of people are not strong like me. They deal with their issues how they deal with their issues. And they let their issues be their crutch and let their issues dictate their future. That's on you. That's why I tell any woman that come into my life or anybody that come into my life and they got issues, I always exit stage left. Or I point them in a direction to go see a therapist. Because my job is not to be a therapist. My job is to enjoy your time and you enjoy mine, and we experience life in a positive way and we go through life in a positive way. You dig? Now, for some, that might be cold-hearted, but it is what it is, man. I'm not emotionally connected like that. Like, I'm not one of those type of niggas you could just cry on my shoulders and it's gonna be all good and I'm gonna rub your back and tell you sweet nothings. That's just not what I do. That's just not who I am. I'm gonna just keep it all the way 1,000. You know what I mean? That's just me, you know what I mean? Anyway, let's do a quick recap I gave y'all my standpoint on who I believe is the prize in a relationship. I gave y'all my viewpoint on how to not get too comfortable in your relationship. I also gave my viewpoint on the stages that the mind goes through, the 5 stages, the think stage, the emotional stage, the look stage, the create stage, and the knowing stage. And the reason why that's important, because I want y'all to understand this. Your thought is a fire that creates the steam that turns the wheel of fortune. See, I'm going to say that again because I don't think a lot of y'all heard me. Your thoughts is the fire that creates the steam that turn your wheel of fortune. You know what I mean? So the stages that your mind goes through, it's very important that you're aware of it and don't put it to the back burner and not recognize these things that you're going to go through in life, these challenges that you're going to go through in life, and the process that your mind goes through in order for you to get to that point where you are actually executing your goals and going after them and achieving them. Your mind is going to go through these processes. I've been there, you've been there, we all been there. Some of you executed on these goals and these things that y'all wanted to do, and some of you just got stuck in your misery and didn't do nothing. For those people, good luck, man. But for the ones that moved forward and executed on their goals and went through the whole process, dealt with the emotional turmoils and dealt with all the drama and all the challenges, but they stayed moving forward and they executed, I want to show y'all nothing but love and respect. Keep pushing, keep moving. And remember this before I end this episode. Integrity is the essence of everything successful. When you hear that quote, what comes to mind? What comes to mind for me is all my failed business ideas, all my failed hustles, all the lies I told, all the games I played. I mean, we all played that game, right? Catch me if you can. What they don't know won't hurt them. See, what I came to realize about life is that everybody lies. Some lie for various reasons. Some don't need a reason at all. And even though everything may seem fine, all we doing is killing time. Because if you're not meeting and greeting that person with honesty and pure intentions, if you're not putting your blood, sweat, and tears behind your inventions, then the only thing you destined for is failure. So remember, integrity is the essence of everything successful. Cheers.
Yeah. It's the Pirates of the Caribbean. Niggas can't fuck with me, man.
That boy.
It's Likquidcash, I need it all out the stash. I'ma get rich or I'ma get deported. Riding cross country, my Ford.